Ever wondered how to craft an effective monitoring and evaluation plan? Well, it's not as daunting as it might seem. It's a tool vital for the success of any endeavor, particularly for non-profit organizations. With a robust monitoring and evaluation plan, you can track progress, measure outcomes, and ensure your efforts are truly making a difference. This plan serves as a roadmap, guiding your organization towards its goals. It helps you identify what's working, what needs improvement, and how to optimize your strategies. But how do you create such a plan? That's where we come in. We're here to simplify the process for you. We'll walk you through a step-by-step guide, breaking down the complexities into manageable tasks. We'll cover everything from understanding the basics, identifying goals and objectives, selecting indicators and targets, data collection and analysis, to reporting and utilizing results. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to create a comprehensive monitoring and evaluation plan. Before we dive in, it's crucial to understand what a monitoring and evaluation plan is. Picture this as your roadmap, guiding your organization towards its goals while providing checkpoints along the way. Now, let's break it down a bit. Monitoring is the systematic and continuous collection, analysis, and use of information for management control and decision-making. It's like your organization's GPS, keeping you on track and alerting you to any potential detours or roadblocks. Evaluation, on the other hand, is a rigorous and systematic assessment of an ongoing or completed project, program, or policy. It's your milestone marker, telling you how far you've come, what's worked, and what needs a rethink. Together, monitoring and evaluation provide a comprehensive view of an organization's progress and the effectiveness of its programs. They're not just tools, but integral parts of the journey towards achieving your mission. Now that you know what a monitoring and evaluation plan is, let's move on to the steps to create one. The first step in crafting a monitoring and evaluation plan is to identify your organization's goals and objectives. These are the pillars that guide all activities, providing a clear path towards achieving your mission and vision. They are the what in the big picture of what, why, and how. Think of your goals as the destination you're driving towards. They're broad, general intentions that define what you want to achieve. Objectives, on the other hand, are the steps you take to get there. They're specific, measurable, and time-bound actions that lead to the accomplishment of your goals. So, how do we identify these goals and objectives? We look back at our mission and vision. We ask ourselves, what are we striving for? What change do we want to see in the world? Your answers to these questions will shape your goals and objectives, giving them clarity and purpose. Once you've identified your goals, you're ready for the next step. The next step involves selecting indicators and setting targets. Indicators are the key to unlocking the progress of your plan. Think of them as the yardsticks against which we measure our accomplishments. They are quantifiable and observable pieces of data that will provide evidence of your plan's success or areas for improvement. For instance, if your goal is to increase community engagement, an indicator could be the number of attendees at your events. Setting targets, on the other hand, is all about defining your ideal outcomes for these indicators. Targets should be ambitious, yet achievable, and directly linked to your objectives. For our community engagement example, a target might be to increase event attendees by 20% in 1 year. Remember, indicators and targets should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These criteria will ensure your plan is realistic and results-driven. With your indicators and targets set, you're ready to move on to the next step. Now, it's time to think about data collection and analysis. Data is the lifeblood of any monitoring and evaluation plan. It's the evidence you gather to validate your progress towards your goals. Think of it as the puzzle pieces that, when put together, form a clear picture of your project's impact. There are various methods of data collection. You might choose to use surveys, interviews, focus groups, or even observational studies. The method you choose will depend on what you're measuring and what kind of information you need. Once you've collected your data, it's time to analyze it. This involves interpreting the data to understand what it's telling you about your project's progress. You might use statistical analysis or qualitative analysis, depending on the type of data you've collected. The result of this analysis will guide your next steps, whether that's adjusting your strategies, setting new targets, or celebrating your successes. Once you've established your data collection and analysis methods, you're almost done. The final step involves reporting and utilizing the results. You've worked hard to collect and analyze your data, and now it's time to communicate what you've found. But how do you do that effectively? First, it's important to create reports that are clear, concise, and easily digestible. Use visual aids like charts and graphs to illustrate your findings. Remember, the goal is to present the information in a way that everyone can understand, not just those who are data savvy. Next, let's talk about utilizing the results. This data is a goldmine of information that can inform your decision-making process. It can provide insights into what's working well, what needs improvement, and where resources should be allocated. So, take the time to thoroughly review your findings, draw conclusions, and make decisions based on this evidence. It's all about using this information to make your organization more effective and efficient. And that's it. You've now crafted an effective monitoring and evaluation plan. Congratulations! You've made it through the process of crafting a monitoring and evaluation plan. Let's take a moment to recap the steps we've discussed. Firstly, we tackled the task of identifying your goals and objectives, a crucial initial step to provide direction and purpose. Next, we dove into the process of selecting indicators and setting targets, which are the tangible milestones that allow us to measure progress towards our goals. Then, we explored the nitty-gritty of data collection and analysis, where we gather and interpret the necessary information to assess our performance. And finally, we touched on the integral process of reporting and utilizing results. This final step ensures the valuable insights gained are put to good use, guiding future decision-making and strategy. Remember, an effective monitoring and evaluation plan is a key tool in driving your organization's success. Happy planning! Before we wrap things up completely, I'd like to encourage you all to engage with this amazing community we've built together. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your colleagues and friends who might also benefit from understanding the process of crafting a monitoring and evaluation plan. Your sharing not only helps others learn, but also supports the growth of our community. And don't forget to comment down below about what you've learned from this video. Your feedback and insights are incredibly valuable and can spark interesting discussions that further enrich our collective knowledge. Also, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. By subscribing to this channel, you're not just joining a learning community, but you're also ensuring that you never miss out on any new content. We have a lot more informative and interesting videos on the way, and I can't wait to share them with you. Remember, learning is a continuous journey, and every step you take towards gaining knowledge is a step towards success. So keep learning, keep sharing, and keep growing. Until next time, happy planning!